All my dear student, let us have another module, that is second module. We are already successfully completed our first module through online platform. Now let us see second module, that is it's all about e-learning. In this module we will discuss e-learning, what is meant by e-learning, advantages, disadvantages, and different source of e-learning, knowledge resources on internet, ebooks, audio, video and other means for e-learning, and online libraries, MOOCs, e-learning services industry, major technologies used in e-learning, different approaches for e-learning delivery, recent trends in e-learning, etc. So this is a very easy and interesting topic. Now we are learning through online platform. So I think all of you have enough idea about e-learning process. Let us see in detail one by one. First, let us see what is meant by e-learning. We know e-learning means electronic learning. E-learning is a computer-based educational tool or a system that enables individual to learn anywhere and at any time. The main advantages or main logic behind this e-learning is learning through electronic media. A person can learn any content from any source at any place on any time. No place, no pace, no time, and we can manage these kind of hindrances through e-learning process. Since the internet was introduced and further developed as a means of communication by educational institution during 1970s, academics has been aware of its great potential as a learning tool. So now we can see that the government of both developed and underdeveloped nations have become increasingly using these potentialities or possibilities and opportunities of online learning to deliver cost-effective, easily accessible and latest education to all ages and social backgrounds regardless of time and geography in this era. Now number of universities in even developed countries are offering their online platform for their community to the entire world. Now we have an experience of Coursera, which is provided by even our college. So this intentional use of electronic media and information and communication technology, that is ICT, in teaching and learning process is referred to as e-learning. The use of electronic or ICT in the process of teaching and learning, that is called e-learning. E-learning is an education that take place over the internet. It's an employment of technology to aid and to enhance learning process. Many definitions we have as regards e-learning process is concerned. Now we move to the definition. E-learning is a learning system based on formalized teaching, but with the help of electronic resources. As we are discussed in the part of meaning, e-learning is the use of information and communication technology in the area of teaching and learning. So e-learning is the employment of technology to aid and enhance learning as a process. Then it refers to situations where individual learners access learning resources like database or course content online through internet or any other means. These are all about e-learning and its meanings. We can see e-learning, instead of e-learning, we have a traditional learning, that is a physical appearance of students in our classroom and teacher come to the class and deliver the content. This is a process of traditional learning process. The traditional learning process is very expensive, take place time, and the result can vary, but e-learning offer an alternative situations or alternative to the traditional learning. It's faster than the traditional learning. It's also cheaper one. So now we move to the next area, that is advantages of e-learning. Let us see one by one. There are many opportunities or potentials of e-learning. Now we can see First one, that is convenience. That means e-learning is very convenient to the learner. As we know, students are listening these videos at their own time, from their own houses even. So this is very convenient to the listener is concerned. They can access from any online computer 24 into 7 into 365. This is the logic behind convenience, no need of a physical presence in the classroom. The next one, enhanced learning. It improve learning. Learning helps in depth understanding of topics and retention of course content, and provide for more meaningful discussion. Now we can see, suppose we are doing these classes through online. It is there at online platform. It may be YouTube or Google Classroom or any other media. So it helps for deep thinking about the classes, and even it helps for retention of the content. You can access these at any time, whenever you want. It may be at the time of exam, or it may be at the time of uploading this video to the YouTube, and whenever you want to listen, you can. Otherwise, the traditional method, we can't access this kind of teaching or access of a learning process at any time. That enhances in such a way that enhances the learning process. Then next one, that is cost effective. As we know, e-learning is a cost effective in the sense that there is no need for students or learner to travel all the way to educational institutions. It also cost effective in the form of, or in the sense that it offers opportunities for learning for maximum number of learners without making any physical infrastructure like building classroom or desk, benches, tables, podiums, then what we say that overhead projector, nothing we have. So now we can see these online learning universities are offering their courses through online learning like Coursera. N number of students across the world are accessing these courses, and they provide e-certificate also. So what is the net effect of this process? Anyone can access these courses at a very or zero cost. Now students from university, or students registering, or students, our own students are also doing their learning process at their own houses without committing any expenses for traveling or transportation, or even dresses, or nothing we have. We are accessing all these courses at a cheaper cost. So the next one, individual learner difference. That means e-learning always take into consideration the individual learner difference, as in the case of traditional. Some learners, for example, prefer concentrate on certain parts of the courses, while others are prepared to review the entire courses. Now we can see, suppose we want to learn more about our anatomy process. In traditional teaching or learning process, we can't access these anatomy classes without getting admission at medical colleges. Suppose medical college offering some courses through online. A commerce students can access the classes or even lecture of anatomy. So this is the method of learner difference. Some of the students can access the entire courses, or some of the students can access parts of the course or area of the content that want to learn more and more about the courses. That's about the individual difference. And the next one, that is flexibility. Flexibility means flexibility means e-learning is flexible, especially when considering time and place of learning. Every student has the facility and freedom of choosing the place and time that suits him. Now students are accessing these videos. Even these videos, some of them are accessing these videos from their own houses. Some of them are not accessing from their own houses, and they are sleeping at all. They may access these video at the time of declaring exams. So that is the flexibility. Students have a flexibility to learn, or flexibility to listen, or flexibility to access No need of 9:30, 3:30 framework as in the case of traditional teaching and learning method. The next one, that is anonymity. Anonymity means students can make more time to think and reflect before communicating. Even shy and introvert students can perform well online because of the anonymity of the online environment. So there is no need of presenting in front of the audience as a physical forms. So even shy or introvert students can perform very well. We know, suppose we are give an assignment to the students through online platform, or to make a seminar by preparing PPT and audio lectures. Some of the students are prepared very well, even these students are introvert. Some situations they may not able to present this content in front of an audience as in the case of traditional methods. Even though these students can perform online very well, that is called anonymity. These are the important advantages of this e-learning process. The next one, that is interaction. Interaction means that is e-learning helpful for increased student to teacher and student to student interaction and discussion. It provides more student-centered learning environment and avoid less passive listening and promote more active listening. All of you please take this point as its positive sense. Now we can see that students are very passive. That is one of the disadvantages of our own system. Students are not active in our electronic platform. Students are not raising any questions through Google Classroom or WhatsApp or any other means of online methods now we are using. So only they are passive, they are listening. I don't know all these students are listen very well. I assume that all students are very well. All students are listen our lectures very well, and I hope that you are doing your own best. Now through this online platform that provide or that open the door to raise questions at any time, at any place, at any platform they can use. That is a interaction that help for increasing interaction. The next one, innovative innovative teaching methods as far as online or e-learning teaching is concerned. That means student-centered approaches like different learning styles and improvement will ultimately leads to the innovative teaching. Now we are using Google Classroom as the platform, YouTube as the platform, then PowerPoint presentation, slide share, Zooms, Google Meet, and n number of different platform, radio method, online audio radio method, and different platform we have to use for e-learning sources. For conducting exam, Google Forms is there, Excel sheets are there, and number of methods we have. So this improve the interaction of our teaching method. The next one, that is innovative, that we are discussing innovative method. The next one, improved administration. E-learning improve administrative setup for learning process. This will help or this will be adequate time to examine students' work more thoroughly, ability to document and record online interactions, and ability to manage regarding online. Whatever we are discussed in our online platform, that is recorded and documented as online. Our video lessons are there at YouTube. It can be referred for further reference also. The next one, that is savings. Savings means e-learning environment accommodates more students, increased student satisfaction, and higher reference or retention at fewer repeats. This video can listen n number of students across the world. That helps for savings. The next one, that is physical resources. That means e-learning require only limited campus infrastructure, decrease on campus and parking slots. Now we are using online platform without the need of a campus. We are not at all bothered about the availability of campus and infrastructure while we are teaching online platform. Then the last one, that is online or e-learning systems are multimedia based. That is e-learning in access of multimedia based resources. They are very media like text, audio, video, animation, graphics, pictures in network and communication technology are supported in e-learning process. Now we are using highly emerged technologies like providing tools to deliver knowledgeable content through CD, DVD, multimedia, YouTube, Zooms, and etc. etc. So these are all the important advantages of our e-learning process. The next we can see that disadvantages of e-learning. E-learning is an ineffective method of teaching and learning in this recent era, even though it has a number of advantages. Even though it is not free from disadvantages. Many hindrances we are facing while we are using this online learning and teaching method or e-learning method. Next, first one, that is isolations. This is a very important disadvantages of e-learning, that is learning online is help, or it may leads to the learner may feel a sense of isolations, which may give the learner the feeling that they are acting completely alone. Now we can see there is no physical without physical interaction or without physical face-to-face interactions, people can't understand the feelings and mood of the students and teacher. So students are doing their assignments, students are doing their exams, students are doing their learning process itself at their own home. That itself, this process that enhances the learning mechanism and the thinking capacity, etc. Even though it does not competent or enough for overall development of the students. Overall development means teaching process that helps for behavioral modification and manifestation of our students. So e-learning process or online process is not competent or enough to make transformation among the students. So in such a way that it feels isolations to the students. The next one, that is less effective. That means with respect to the clarifications, offer of explanations as well as the interpretations, the learning method might be less effective than that of traditional method of learning. Only because of the learning process is much easier with the use of the face-to-face encounter with the instructor or a teacher. Suppose we are teaching we are instructing a content among the students. The students may be bored. We have a number of experiences while we are doing this traditional method of teaching and learning process. Suppose we are delivering a content among the students, students may be bored or they may be confused about some technical terms. From the face of the students itself, teacher can understand. Students are not able to understand these things, whatever we are discussing in our classroom. But in online platform, teacher cannot understand the understandability of the students in such a way that it is less effective. The next one, a number of health related issues are there as far as e-learning is concerned. Use of the computer and mobile gadgets and other devices that may strain our eyes, or that bad posture and other physical problems may affect the learner. Suppose students are sitting in front of the computer for listening these videos, it may affect their body problems. It may lead to pain of our body. Some of the students are affected eye problems, eye strains are there. So number of health problems, even headache may be there. A number of health related issues are there as far as the e-learning process is concerned. Then next one, that lack of interactions. We are already discussed. This is a very good interaction is possible through online method, even though these online e-learning environments provide a remoteness of the students and teachers. So this remoteness that act as an hindrances for easy interaction among the students. The next one, negative effect on communication. That means learner has a negative effect on improvement in communication skill of learner. Though reference has though learners have an excellent knowledge in academics, they may not possess the needed skills to deliver their acquired knowledge to others. So this online teaching and learning is not competent enough to mold our behavioral modification, or it is not competent or not enough to impart some soft skill among the students. It is much more possibilities are there in our traditional method of teaching and learning. The next one, that is malpractices. That means while we are using this e-learning platform for our teaching and learning process, there is a number of possibilities or greatest chances for malpractices. Only because of now we are doing an exam through online. Exact students or targeted students are not attend this exam. Some malpractices are there. Suppose we are conducting an exam through online, anyone can help the students to write or to complete this exam. And such a way it may leads to these proxy exams or bad activities like any malpractices. The next, privacy and plagiarism. Plagiarism means copying. That means it may also probably be misled to privacy and plagiarism, as well as the easy of copy and paste, cut, copy, paste. This is the logic behind this privacy and plagiarism. Then next one, that is less role for socialization, as we are discussed in our previous points. Without the physical movement of the students and teacher, or without the physical presence of the teacher and the students, that may leads to the role of what we say, that lack of role of socialization. It deteriorated the institution's role, socialization role, as and also the role of teacher as the director of the or process of the education. Then the next one, the last one, that is, it is not suitable for all the discipline. That means e-learning techniques in educational is not suitable for the entire discipline. Suppose we are doing or we are teaching swimming process. Is it possible through online mode? Never. Suppose we are teaching what we say, that drawing, or suppose we are teaching driving process. Is it possible through online? Never. This process cannot be taught through online or e-learning process. So we can say that this online or e-learning process is not suitable for the entire discipline or branches of our academics. So these are all the important disadvantages of the e-learning. I think all of you have enough idea about e-learning and its advantages and disadvantages. Today let us conclude by these words. Thank you.